Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go. I got you.
I hope you work the left, so I'm about to take you to school.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Here's Foles. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Now, he took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Taken at the 37. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Allen now looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 14 back. But it leads now to a third down.
14 yards brings up third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the purse.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 23. Hold.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Allen
off the play fake. Open man is heard. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Hurd with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
What can we do? 25.
Yeah.
25. Hey, exit. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. In your face.
2nd and 2. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Nick Bosa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
3rd and 12.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Watch Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6. At the
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Second and 6. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first down, he'll drop to throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
41 Mike. 13. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Bang, 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 bang.
Second and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing now is Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, 57. 56. Hey, Steve 6. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he'll spot Hurd open left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
On play action, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Not today, you are. Not today. Monday. Hey, Alpha. 6 months. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On first down, Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
they need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? 57's right. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming on you.
To the air, Allen. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Alert, alert, alert. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 57. Mike 57.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Out to the right. He's got the tight end wearing. But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 57 to Mike. You can't block that.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Foles. Open man right side is Sharp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fournette, a first down carry, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. There he goes left side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Texans 38, Jaguars 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Tempo. I'm coming after you. Hey, go.
Here's Foles. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. One.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Check. Target.
Half.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Half 85. Off 52.
I can't believe they let you play.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Fuller. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
From the gun, Allen. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown, Houston. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Texans 45, Jaguars 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Keep going right at him.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now back to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
All that practice time came to fruition. On that play, all those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
A gain on the play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
180.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Point after by Lambeau, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On play action, Allen. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
26 mark.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Watch the pass.
Allen going to throw. Stepping, and this results in 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Texans add on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Easy.
Right here, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Danny. My 52.
Flat.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Under.
Check 3.
2nd and 4. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. So throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tonight, 180. Hey, Cadence.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. New Mike 52.
Great.
Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
We taking wins home. No, check this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All 52.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take